Hello friends, it's me, Danny B, and I'm just so excited to bring you some awesome yoga each and every single week. Every week we are going to hit a new pose, we're going to share its benefits, and it's going to be demonstrated by one of our fabulous yoga models, which you will notice are in all shapes and sizes, colors, male, female, you name it. I want to showcase that yoga is accessible for everyone. So today, let's get right into it. We are going to do Half Pigeon Pose. And it is quite literally one of my favorite hip openers. It's really working into all that good hip joint in there. It's lengthening the hip flexor, and it's really stretching through the thighs and the glutes. So we are gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna introduce you to one of my favorite people, Miss Lauren. So Lauren, let's start out in a tabletop position. Lauren's gonna get on all fours on her mat. She's gonna make sure that her knees are directly under her hips, her hands directly under the shoulders. And before we have Lauren go into the pigeon pose, I just wanna remind you all to be mindful of your body parts. Be mindful of any injuries that you may have had, especially injuries in the knee or the hips in this pose, and always practice under supervision. When we go into this pose, I just want to remind you that you don't want to jam your knees into the ground. You don't want to feel any pinching, pulling, stinging sensations. And again, if you've had any injuries, just take it easy. And then in this pose as well, Lauren, you probably don't need this, but some people, including myself, like to use a folded blanket under the knees because my knees are very sensitive. So I just allow my knees to kind of hang off the folded edge of that blanket. And then some people in this pose can go all the way down to the floor when we get into the full pigeon. Some people can come onto the forearm. Some people need a little bit more height. And so blocks are really great for that. If you don't have blocks, books will do. Just make sure you're on a stable kind of platform there. All right, Lauren, let's get to it. Now slide the right knee to the back of the right wrist. Beautiful. And then just allow that right foot to flex. You want to keep your foot flexed the entire time. And just gently rest that shin on the floor. And now the trick with this is the closer you bring that right foot into the body, probably the easier the pose is going to be for you. And then the more that foot presses out, coming into more of a parallel position, will kind of intensify the stretch here. Perfect. Now that you have the alignment with the front leg, let's work on the back leg. So just allow that left leg to shoot out straight behind you. You really want that left leg coming directly out of that hip. So just peek over your shoulder, Lauren. Take a look at that leg. Is it coming directly out, not over to the left or over to the right? And then try to center your body here, because oftentimes we'll find in this pose is people will collapse into the hip. So just level the pelvis, level the hips. Slide the knee to the right or to the left, wherever you need to slide it so that it's coming straight out from the hip. Beautiful. Awesome. Now just allow your hands to plant on the floor in front of that front leg. And we're really just going to lengthen here. So just imagine a string at the top of the crown of the head, just allowing you to lengthen up. Allow those shoulder blades to slide down your back. A good way to do this, just shrug the shoulders up and just allow those shoulder blades to come down the back. Beautiful. And now we're just going to walk the hands forward to a level that is appropriate for you. So Lauren will likely come down to the floor all the way. If you need to stay on the forearms, stay on the forearms. If you need to stay on the hands, do that too. But we're just going to stay here for a few deep breaths. And again, check in with the body. Is that back leg reaching back towards the wall? That front leg, shin is on the floor, foot is flexed, knee is nice and supple here. And just feel it stretch into that hip socket. And let's breathe into the hip socket. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, releasing any tension that socket may be holding there. Take another nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. One more long deep breath here in through the nose. Your fullest breath of the day. Exhale. Let it go, my friends. Beautiful. You just did pigeon pose. So let's walk the hands in towards the shin, coming up, bringing the torso upright. And we can just allow that right leg to gently, easily, mindfully just release, coming back into a tabletop position. You can stretch back into a child's pose. You can wiggle that leg out, get that blood flowing again. But you, my friends, just did pigeon pose. Thank you, Lauren, for guiding us. I hope you all enjoyed that half pigeon pose, and I hope you were practicing with us. If not, rewind and watch again and get your yoga on, guys. Until next time, this is Danny B. Be empowered, my friends.